Here we are, Countdown to Restoration, episode 6. Even though it says 5, I forgot to change it, but pretend it says 6. We're not going to have it up that long anyway. Everybody will live. Who am I? I'm Danny Thompson, the greatest host you never heard of. But here I am, helping you understand politics, religion, and that Joe Biden is not a permanent fixture in Washington, D.C. Yay! Yeah. Because he is the what, ladies and gentlemen? The thief in chief. Yeah. And we don't have time to linger today, so we must move on. Yes. So anyway, we are counting down to the days when he is no longer there, but keeping track of the damage that he is doing while there. We have a great and fast-paced show. Sorry yesterday's was so long, but we had a lot to cover. We felt it was important. You must know this. SecularDems.org, Secular Democrats of America, their goal in our life is to restore a constitutional secularism and patriotic pluralism in the White House, which we know is not constitutional or patriotic. We have not time to dwell on that today, because if we had any more to do on the show, it would take two of me. Aren't you glad there's only one? And there's only one, Dr. Rachel Levin. What a great segue, huh? Yeah, you like that one? Yes, we hope there's only one. Actually, they're trying to make millions of her. I think they're FedExing me a wig overnight. Yeah. Oh, but I don't have to shave the stash. That's right. I can keep it because, hey, you can do whatever you want. Pray for this person. Pray for this man. This man needs help. The poster child for the messed up Biden regime, because he does not have an administration. He has a regime. Illegal. It's a junta, as they would say in South America. And we have a few good tweets today. This from Benjamin. Okay, everybody get off my wine garden. Yes. Equity is antithetical to equality. Yes. They cannot coexist. One works against the other. You cannot have equality if you're doing equity, because then you have unequal equality, and that's what they're about. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand anything. They're about just a few things: equity, abortion, and killing jobs. That's their three things. That's their holy trinity. And equity kills jobs. Equity hurts people because they're not doing it in a way that's fair. This is the missing clip from yesterday. You really need to hear this, because this is what they think of everyone who voted for the lawful president, President Donald J. Trump. Here we go. Take it away, Joe. Joe, you're supposed to talk.
Americans now know it, especially younger Americans. One of the reasons I'm so optimistic about this nation is that today's generation of young Americans is the most progressive, thoughtful, inclusive generation that America has ever seen. And they are pulling us toward justice in so many ways, forcing us to confront the huge gap in economic inequity between those at the top and everyone else, forcing us to confront the existential crisis of climate, and yes, forcing us to confront systemic racism and white supremacy. It's just been weeks since all of America witnessed a group of thugs, insurrectionists, a political extremist, and white supremacists violently attack the capital of our democracy. And so now's the time to act. It's time to act.
Now is the time to
Americans now know it, especially younger Americans.
You were supposed to talk and you didn't. Now you won't be quiet. Because now we have to act, or people will forget this great crisis. We're in a crisis. White supremacy is taking over. So You know what we're going to do? We are going to let everyone who isn't a Trump voter, their votes count at least 1.5 votes. Oh, yeah, they already count 3. So what am I saying? Anyway, we've got to keep going. There is so much. What do we have here? Oh, speaking of equity, illegal immigration and racial equity. Come on, work for me here. And racial equity. And if you read the article in the corner, and I believe it's from the National Review, no, illegal immigration ruins equity for who? Black people. Yeah. I mean, because of illegal immigration, it has hurt the black community more than any other community, but we must keep letting these people in to hurt the black community. Now that's equity. See, it's really equity. It's equity when you're taking away from the majority, but when you're taking away from the minority to give it to another minority, that's even super equity. Now, everybody suffers except one group. It's a master plan. It's a masterful plan. Yeah, unless you're a group that belongs in the U.S. All right. What else do we have here? We have what? Oh, yes, let's just wait a minute. Wrong one. Just keep going. Report. Record 14.45 million illegal immigrants in U.S. cost $133.7 billion. Yeah, they don't. Oh, no, these people. The more illegal immigrants we have, the more money we have. It helps us all, except for the black people and everybody else in the country. But it really helps the illegal immigrants. So God bless them. And again, why would you blame anyone for wanting to come to this country, except maybe now? Seems like they would be going the other way. What else do we have here? Yes. Customs and Border Patrol stops border wall construction after Biden executive order. We knew that was coming, didn't we? Yeah, we can't have the nasty wall around the border. We can only have a fence with razor wire, which razor wire would not be tolerated at the border around the Capitol building. More on that to come. All right, what do we have here? Oh, we just did that. Keep up with me here. Going too fast for you. All right, what else do we have here? We have, yes, the pesky market alert, and lots been going on in the market, hasn't it? But February 20th, what do we have here? From Senator Marco Rubio, not our favorite senator, because he plays too many sides of everything. Today, Fed warned the economy showing weakness concentrated in sectors most hurt by the pandemic, which poses considerable risk to the economic outlook. But the Senate is going to spend weeks on impeachment trial of a president no longer in office. Yes, that's what's important, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's important. That's what we must do at all costs. What else do we have here on the good old financial side? Now this, if you have heard about everything about GameStop, etc., if you have a Twitter account, go to this guy at Mr. Brown Eyes 2020, starting letter of each word capitalized. And he has an excellent thread that will help explain this to you, how it all works. I'm not going to take the time, although I understand it completely and fully, and it just shows more of market shenanigans. But anyway, if you've been wanting to understand it, that is an excellent thread on Twitter by someone who I guess is not really involved. What else do we have here? Oh, is that it? No. I like this one. I didn't know about this. So, Nancy Pelosi buys Tesla stock. Couple of days later, Biden announces government vehicles will be electric. Isn't that insider trading? No, that's congressional privilege. Yay for Congress. Yep, they get to do that, and the SEC will investigate and determine what. There was no wrong done, because how was Nancy to know? Yeah, you gotta love the corruption, don't you? They don't even try to cover it up anymore, and why should they? They stole a whole election. Yeah. And yet, we're supposed to be nice. All right, so we got this one, more financial news. This is good, but, supposed to happen. U.S. unemployment claims fell last week. And so that's good. They keep coming down. What do we have after that? We have this one. Wait a minute. Quit getting growing. How many people earn the federal minimum wage? Now, you hear all this, and you're going to hear in the Thief in Chief's talk about better pay. And I don't care if you make $10 million an hour. Who cares? Good for you. I'm not one of those, oh, that's too much. And if you want to work for a job for $2 an hour, you should have the power to do so. But according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 1.6 million workers, or only 1.9% of all hourly paid non-self-employed workers. And as a self-employed worker, I can tell you sometimes we make much less than the minimum wage. All right, non-self-employed workers earned wages at or below the federal minimum wage in 2019. Only 1.9%, less than 2%, even make the minimum wage, but we must raise it up to a level that will kill employers. And I did not mean go out and kill employers. All right, where else are we? Again, Marco Rubio. No, he's not our favorite, but he had some interesting thoughts this week. Sometimes he does. Interesting week, he says. Experts who once said masks don't work now say we should wear two. Climate is now the most immediate threat facing mankind. Like COVID, only way to address climate is to immediately put people out of work. Yeah, he knows how it works. People who buy stocks manipulated by hedge funds are racist. Yes, there's always something wrong. We're always doing something wrong, people. We don't understand how the world works. Isn't that true? We do not. I keep sliding over for some reason today. All right, so that's enough of Marco. What do we have here? This, if you've noticed, the wonderful press secretary Jen Psaki always says, I'll circle back to that. Should be a little dance. Do the circle move, and circle back to it. Yeah, anyway. This from a reporter, Emerald Robinson. And on a serious note, her dad died today. So, sorry to hear that. And we're very sorry for your loss. It's Thursday, and nobody from the Biden administration has circled back to me about China and our national power grid. And who expected that they would, because these people want what? They want to keep China happy. Yay for China. All right. As we keep going, I told you it's going to be fast-paced. Oh, you knew this was coming, didn't you? You didn't know this was coming? How could you not know this was coming? Biden starts staffing a commission on Supreme Court reform. They're calculating how many they need to add. And they will all be very young. So they've got to get it. So some horrible president, like the true president, Donald J. Trump, can't come in and tip the balance of the court with actual good justices, except for when Gorsuch goes crazy. Anyway, so we know they're working on that. We knew they were. It's no big deal. Oh, it's scary. All right, what else do we have here? We have Democrats are setting the stage to propose 300 monthly direct payments for families with children under 17. My friend Jason, if his kids were younger, would make a windfall. But kids grow older. Anyway, that will be up to, I think it's about $120,000 a year income. So you'll just get it. You'll just get it. So we have all that money. Yeah. I'm going to go out and adopt some kids. Yeah. Ours are grown. They're past 17. Think I'm going to start off with a 3-month-old. Think how long we're going to get this. Yeah, we'll be rich. Which isn't that much. And I admit people need help. What that is going to do is people that would normally go out to work because they need a little extra. Now they can just stay home. Yeah, but somebody's going to have to work harder. Yeah, most of us who don't have kids. Yes. So anyway, it's a lot of fun, boys and girls. You just never know what's coming up next. How about this one? Second California patient dies soon after COVID-19 vaccination investigations underway. We're going to have an excellent Twitter thread from Alex Berenson to kind of look at where we're at on COVID. I think you will find it. That will be tomorrow unless more pressing news comes about. What else do we have here? Oh, this is great. A new terror advisory warns of more potential right-wing extremist attacks. Well, we already heard all these white supremacy and extremists. Haven't you been wanting another chance at the Capitol building? You need to talk to a good psychiatrist, maybe get on some medication, because we're not supposed to be upset about anything. We have to be the mellow people. So they're working on this, but it just gets better and better with it. Where is it? Here's the number 2 slide. Let's get that. Well, not me. Come on. The Department of Homeland Security issued an ominous warning about further violence by domestic political extremists, noting there is still a heightened threat environment across the United States, exactly 3 weeks after former President Donald Trump and current President Donald J. Trump incited a deadly mob that attacked the Capitol. And people did die. But it wasn't the president. And anyway, information suggests that some ideologically motivated violent extremists with objections to the exercise of governmental authority and the presidential transition, as well as other perceived grievances like a stolen election, fueled by false narratives, could continue to mobilize or incite or commit violence, read a National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin issued by Acting Secretary of Homeland Security David Pekoske. I don't know how to say his name. All right, this is the good part. This is so good. There's just sometimes they just tell on themselves. It does. Cover me up for a minute. All right. Oh, where is it? Is this it? Oh, a press release accompanying Pekoske's bulletin said that DHS does not have any information to indicate a specific credible plot, but the secretary felt it was necessary to issue the bulletin after consultation with the intelligence community and law enforcement partners. Yes. There's no threat. They're making it up, but they're putting it out in a bulletin. So, hey, it's true. Everybody's so angry. There's lots of chatter out there. mainly because it's really cold in some places. Yes, but they have to keep watching us because we could be violent. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, it's just, no. It could still happen. It could still happen. They're still out there. We've got to have National Guard troops. We've got to watch it. Trump's people are coming back. They know. We know. We're scared. Oh, there's no threat out there. We're just making it up. But how many people are going to read that far down in the article? Yeah. Oh, isn't life fun? Where else are we going? Where else are we going? Oh, yes. What is this? This is sad. Second police officer dies by suicide after Capitol attack. Why? Why are these people killing themselves after that attack? Did they know something? Is there something going on? It's dangerous to know something in Washington, and I don't know, so I am not going to speculate. That's very sad. I don't buy it that they're committing suicide because I just should have done more. They know something. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Just wait. And maybe, yeah, you always believe it's suicide when it's Washington, D.C. anyway, don't you? Yep. All right, where else are we? We went there. Let's do this. Democrats introduce bill to make Washington, D.C. the 51st state. We knew that was going to happen. There's a few people there. It would be the smallest state in the world. But they need 2 senators and a representative who will always be Democrat. Then we won't have these messy problems in the Senate where it will be divided. I'm surprised they haven't thrown in Puerto Rico. And Guam must be Republican because nobody ever wants Guam as a state. Not sure about that. Those poor Guamanians or whatever you call them. And the president wants us to stop picking on, Pacific Islanders. But that's only because of the virus, not because they could be a Republican state. That's bad. Yes. All right. We keep going. You say, how does he know all this? Well, let's just say it's become my life's work. Okay? I know. You're just watching to see how many mistakes I can make. The poor chairman or CEO of Goya Foods, remember the company that Trump was just honoring for being a great company and a great Hispanic company, and everybody turned against them except the people who vote for Donald J. Trump and understand just normal life. He said on Fox that he thought the election was a little shady, and so his board of directors are saying he can't say anything publicly without their permission. And the supporters of the people who vote, I hate to say supporters because it sounds like we're just about a man, and we're not. We're about truth, justice, and the American way, correct? People who believe the right way, yes, there's a right way and wrong way, and then there's people in the middle who don't have a clue. People who believe the right way rescued this company. But anyway, tides have changing. What's the Dylan song there? All right, yesterday. It's just been, I keep doing that. Yesterday, it was Climate Day. And our wonderful new Climate Secretary, Miss Gina McCarthy, is in charge. But this about energy workers. Granholm pledges to leave no energy worker behind in clean energy shift. Doesn't that make you feel good if you're an energy worker? Yeah, you won't be left behind. There's plenty of government programs for you. All right, that was not the one I was wanting, but it worked anyway, just to show you. And I don't have McCarthy, who, just, it's all about jobs, isn't it? Isn't it about jobs? Everything's about taking a job away. Oh, and this is, this is like the worst thing in my life right now. I have to listen now to John Kerry. That is painful. Biden-Kerry unveil White House Interagency Council on Environmental Justice, which will be equitable. Environmental justice. Did you know, because of climate change, or returning us back to science, that every major department has to have a chief science officer now? Instead of a political officer that communist parties have, we will have a science officer. And if what you're doing or saying doesn't measure up to science, you're going to be in big trouble, mister. Yes, John Kerry, in charge of our international work on climate change. Gina McCarthy, in charge of the domestic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't pray, you might better start. God, get us out of this mess quick. It's going to be bad, and we don't have time. And I cannot, right now, unless something's really urgent, I can't put John Kerry on the screen and make you listen to him talk. I'm not that cruel. Anyway, what I can do, though, is put Herr Commandant Biden on. Yes, you will like this. Now listen, and let's see what he has.
It's going to create more than 250,000 jobs to do things like plug the millions of abandoned oil and gas wells that pose an ongoing threat to the health and safety of our communities. They're abandoned wells. They're open now. And we're going to put people to work. They're not going to lose jobs in these areas. They're going to create jobs. They're going to get prevailing wage to cap those over 1 million wells. These aren't pie-in-the-sky dreams. These are concrete, actionable solutions. And we know how to do this. The Obama-Biden administration reduced the auto industry, rescue the auto industry, and help them retool.
Yes, reduce the auto industry. Sometimes we say what we really know is true, don't we? Our new theme, our new cry from the country: cap those wells, cap those wells. Everybody, come on, cap those wells. Yay, cap the wells, because there's millions of them. And we're going to need 250,000 people to do that, and they're going to make good money. I have been in oil country a time or two. I don't know where these million uncapped wells are, but we're going to get them capped. Cap those wells. And he reduced the auto industry. He can reduce the oil industry. God love him. Yes. I mean, that was just great. President Obama and I reduced the auto industry. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, they think they saved it, but they think Obama was a good president. So, what are you going to do? All right. Well, what else? Yesterday, from all the climate talk. Oh, our world is safe, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, today's executive order also directs the Secretary of the Interior to stop issuing new oil and gas leases on public lands and offshore waters wherever possible. We're going to review and reset the oil and gas leasing program. Like the previous administration, we'll start to properly manage, unlike it, we're going to start to properly manage lands and waterways.
Did you catch it? We're going to start, like the previous administration, we're going to start to properly manage. And then he changes it, unlike. He said it right, because under the Donald J. Trump legal administration, we were finally managing our land and waterways properly. But unlike that, we're going to go back to the Obama policies, and if you have water on your property, you may not be able to even use it. And I have information, but like I said, we're running short on time. Their goal is to set aside 30% of our land and water. 30%. You know, that's besides what's already set aside. Anyway, more on that later. Hey, we have one more, and this one is important. Remember, you heard it here, you heard it there. He's going to say it again, and we will hold him to it. But as anything, he put some limits on it. Watch this.
Let me be clear, and I know this always comes up. We're not going to ban fracking. We'll protect jobs and grow jobs, including through stronger standards like controls from methane leaks and union workers willing to install the changes.
Install the changes. What changes would you have to install to not ban fracking? And union. He and Miss McCarthy both in their statements talked a lot about union. Why? Because they really upset the union when they shut down the Keystone Pipeline. Yeah, so now they keep talking union jobs, and plus the more union employees there are, because see, how you vote doesn't matter, but more money comes to them. Yeah, it's just a lovely, lovely land of opportunity. What do we have here? Oh, the daily briefing, and that's all I'm going to make you listen to them. WhiteHouse.gov, daily briefing, remarks by President Biden, signing executive orders to save our healthcare system, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at what he really did. Yes, this was his main thing. Biden to reverse anti-abortion rights policies in new executive actions. It's all about abortion. There are three things. Three things. I forgot what the three things were. One of them was abortion. But anyway, that's their sacrifice, man. You serve weird gods, you got to sacrifice to them. Abortion, that's just always so important to them to kill babies. I don't understand it. All right. The Biden-Harris administration will open a special enrollment period for Americans to sign up for health care coverage and roll back a tax on the Affordable Care Act, Medicaid, and access to reproductive health care, which means abortion. Okay? After 4 years of attempts to strip health care from millions of Americans, yes, President Biden will sign 2 executive actions. 2. His hand was getting tired. They could only work 2 in today. My wife liked that one. It made me laugh because I thought about it. All right. President Biden will sign 2 executive actions that will begin to restore and strengthen Americans' access to quality, affordable health care. And anybody who's been under that, unless you're getting it for free with no deductible, it ain't any of those things. But anyway, we move on. We're trying to hurry today, but these people keep pumping out a lot of stuff. And here's more. And of course, if you watch the any of the press conference by Jen Psaki, you know she was kind of snippy today. Yeah. Of course, at all costs, protecting women's health at home and abroad, across the country, around the world. When you circle back to it, around the world, people, listen to this. Now, they write this. I'm not making this up. This isn't some reporter. This is coming from them. Particularly women. What are we talking about? Protecting women's health at home and across the globe. People, particularly women, Black, Indigenous, and other people of color, LGBTQ plus people, and those with low incomes have been denied access to reproductive health care. Particularly women. Yes, mainly women get abortions. Have you ever noticed that? Particularly women. I mean, why? Why do they have to say it like that? Because, oh, I wasn't planning this. It just popped into my mischievous head because Dr. Rachel Levin might need an abortion. So we can't just say women, can we? No. We cannot cut out this fact. We all know that even men can have periods, so they can obviously reproduce. We need help, don't we? Yes. Knock, knock, knock. Hello? Anybody home with a brain? Chief Science Officer, speak to this. Yes. See what science has to say about that. I know I'm getting rowdy. Yesterday just really was a pain listening to all that stuff and putting it up about I had to listen to so many of the administration speak. It hurt. Anyway, where else are we going? You like that last little bit? It was a lot of fun, wasn't it, boys and girls? Where else are we going? Oh, yes, let's do this, and then we will be done. Exclusive God formation. Where is our fireworks? You say that every time. Yes, I do, because it's what works. Yay! All right, some inside information, and once again, a little on the sad side, but hey, it's the way it works. Oh, speaking of equity, I wasn't, but I remembered it. Remembering equity, did you know that of all the people closest to the Oval Office, I'm talking about in proximity, the main people that work with President Biden every day, out of the 26, 24 are white. Does that sound equitable to you? No. But see, that's okay. That's okay. All right, forgot about that. All right. Why was Jen Psaki a little edgy today and others might be edgy? What happened today? Where is he? Another leaked conversation. Why is he not here? He forgot again. Call the doctor. I thought they were working on this. Call Jill. Tell her to get her act together. Someone didn't check. This is impossible. This will be so hard to make it until March and into April. I wish he had a wind-up key on his back. Sir, you can't do this. The thief in chief, I was looking for something. The other person, get him going. Maybe the chief of staff. All right. Later, the doctor, rest. He must rest. Pills cannot replace rest. The strain is too much. Let him play with the dogs and relax for an hour. Give him some time. Oh, what? I didn't write that. Give him some time. An hour a day. Give him, the person who was speaking earlier, give him some Jell-O too. You know, that's disrespectful. If Biden had heard that, he should have got fired. We don't have an hour a day. This is what he signed on to do. Give him something to get him through the day. It's already cut back as much as we can. And then he says, just aside to someone next to him with a little notepad. Now, I know, but listen, this is what's happening. Call the chanters. We need more power here. We need an answer. Give them what they want. Just don't tell me. Yeah. Don't think it's strange. Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, practices witchcraft to help him win. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Couple more things, and then we are done. It's not going to be an hour, just around 40 minutes. I'm trying to get it done. All right. Let me look. Oh, someone should be on stroke watch at the Capitol. Anyway, we'll leave that for later. Down the hall, They're meeting to plan, but someone has on their phone for the plan. It's to place the U.S. under climate control of the UN. They are actually working on a way to get this done in the White House. Someone is worried. Someone is taking oil money. Good for them. But people are afraid. They're pushing too many things. It's going to come out. That's why they're pushing the thief in chief. Where's my helper? Where is he? The thief in chief. Where are you? Aren't you? There you are. Yeah, you was hoping there was Jell-O with Biden, right? I don't know. All right, the thief in chief. Okay. Let's get him out. And now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. You're too young to remember that. I'm too young to remember it, but I saw it in reruns. Yes. MICKEY MOUSE JOEBIDEN. I don't know. It's time to say goodbye. I hope you're enjoying this. Thank you for watching. Our little plan to see if the Dark Winter poster was what was driving the ratings failed because yesterday's show did not do as good as the previous days. So I didn't put it up today. If you want to see it, you got to watch. Yeah, maybe we'll have it tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. You're always, Anyway, enough singing, except Bob Dylan's times are changing. Yes, but they're going to change back. All right, we've got to get out of here. Why? Because, I don't know. My wife said so. Isn't that good enough? Give me a break. I'm working hard here. Anyway, I had to listen to John Kerry. You try that. It'll kill you if you're not careful. John Kerry is the most boring person in the world. Bye. Have a great day. God bless America. Pray for the country. Tune in, tell somebody about it. And we will see you tomorrow.